I also need the link to your channel.
Welcome back, YouTube, to another video. So today we are going to be doing Commander Craft. I hope you guys look forward to this one. So this one's going to be with me and Keith. He's another streamer, a fellow friend of mine, and we're going to be trying to duke it out this time. See how well we do. All right, Keith. So I suppose you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm already live, bro.
All right, let's do this. So, do you know which commander you wish for me to build?
As a matter of fact, I do. Are you ready?
Yes.
Wait. Who says first is the question.
You know what? How about I explain some rules first, and then we'll get on
You know what?
with it.
Seems valid.
So this is going to be a commander battle. The commander that we pick for the other person to craft their deck with does not count towards the price tag. So the commander can be as expensive or as cheap as possible. It does not matter. The only separate rules that really matter is the fact that your deck has to be within $100 to $150, that price tag range. Game changers, anything matters, anything goes except for the ban list. The ban list will stay in effect as rules for this. But that's about as all the rules as we get besides an hour to build the deck.
Sounds good. Do you happen to have a countdown widget?
I do have a 1 hour timer.
Okay, sounds good to me.
But once we say each other's commanders, we'll have time to put it into our mox field or whatever, and then when we're ready to start, we will then begin.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So do you want me to continue on?
I tell you what, you go ahead and let me know what I've got cooking. How about that?
Alright, so you're going to be building a mono blue deck. Alright, your commander
Wow,
is...
you're giving me mono blue?
Oh yeah, mono blue. So your commander is Eluge the Shoreless Sea. And that is...
How do I spell that?
E-L-U-G-E. Comma, space, the Shoreless Sea.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Picked out a unique one for you.
Yeah, you got something for me. Well, I'm going to throw it to Nuka Penna for you. How about that?
Oh?
This one just seems like your kind of deck, but also kind of not.
Okay.
So I found Vazi Keen Negotiator, V-A-Z-I. Playing in Jund.
Interesting. This will be interesting. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
All right.
Giving me Eluge. Very interesting. Now I feel like we should probably deafen that way in case we talk out loud. We're not giving each other too much info.
Oh yes, don't worry. I'll pop in about every 20 minutes just to get a little gander on what you're doing and give you an update all the time, etc. Don't worry.
All right, sounds like a plan to me.
You ready?
Yep. You ready?
3, 2, 1. You're off to the races. Good luck.
Hey.
All right. What do we want to build here? I guess is the real question. Okay, so we got Vazi here to build with, which will be interesting to attempt to build. So haste, tap, target opponent creates X treasure tokens, where X is the number of treasure tokens you created this turn. Whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it or activate it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then draw a card. Huh. Interesting. So it looks like it wants to be a treasure commander, is what it looks like. Group slug artifacts could be crazy. Aristocrats land destruction. Well, it has haste, and it makes opponent create treasure tokens. Where X is the number of treasure tokens you created this turn. Whenever an opponent casts a spell or activates an ability, if mana from a treasure is spent to activate it, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, then draw a card. So we're giving our opponent's treasures to help them spend mana with the treasures to then buff our own creatures and draw cards. Huh. Burn could be a thing we do with this. We could burn. What is big mana? What would we do with big mana? When an artifact is put into an opponent's graveyard from the battlefield, you may draw. Our token you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1. Okay. I think I'm gonna do big mana. It sounds cool, sounds fun. It's gonna be making a lot of treasure tokens. And then whenever they sack their treasure tokens, we're gonna be getting a lot of benefits. And preferably we're gonna be able to cast some big spells. Preferably. Is probably the game plan. Bolas' Citadel would be huge. Vorn collects. I tap a land for mana, add 1 mana to your mana pool of any type that land produced. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, that land doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. So we're gonna make them heavily incentivized to use treasures. And when they use the treasures, it benefits us incredibly well, I think, is what's gonna end up happening. This will certainly be interesting. Okay. Let's do lands first. That's just what I'm gonna do first is lands. Okay, Treasure Vault. Can tap XX, sacrifice Treasure Vault, create treasure tokens. Perfect, we'll put Treasure Vault in. We will spend a little bit of money on Treasure Vault. There we go. Tapped unless you control a legendary creature. Tap, add red. 4, exile 3 cards from your graveyard. Create 2 treasures. Minds of Mori I don't think is extraordinarily needed. Kessig Wolf Run. Discard a card, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest of them in your library in random order. Fomori Vault could be really good. Let's definitely put in a Bajuka Bog. Bajuka Bog is just a really good include, I would say. Fomori Vault's a little expensive though. Arcane Signet for sure. Soul Ring. Those are just basics. You have those in. Draw 3. Tap. Add 3 mana. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls attack you and aren't blocked, that player draws 3 cards and gains control of Coveted Jewel. Untap it. We'll see about Coveted Jewel here soon. I don't know about it. I mean, it would be really easy to ramp into it, play it, tap it for more mana, keep playing stuff, keep going. Fellware Stone. Okay, definitely Command Tower. Yeah, let's do the outlooks. River's Outlook for sure. That'll be nice. Gain a cheeky life, get a land. Exotic Orchard, we're not gonna include. We're not gonna do it. We're gonna do Savage Lands for sure. That's an easy include. Okay. Twisted Landscape will be a good one. Come on. Internet. There we go. Zatora's Proving Grounds. $10 for it though. I mean, if we go too expensive on lands, then we will not be able to do the other one. Enters battlefield, sacrifice it unless you return a non-layer land you control to its owner's hand. Yeah, we'll do that one. It's not great, but it's a budget mana fixer, so we'll go with it. Okay. Some duels. I don't think I really care about those duels. Definitely the bounce lands. Dose. Car. The Gruul. Evolving for sure. And we'll do Terramorphic Expanse as well. I think that one was the one I was thinking. Yep, that was the one. We have Twisted Landscape, Terramorphic Expanse, Savage Lands, Evolving Wilds. Awesome. So that is 11 lands. That's not bad. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break the bank a little bit for a Fumori Vault. That's $18. But that's a really good combo land. That's so good. I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna do it. Fumori Vault. Done. We're doing it. It's a super expensive land, $18. But that land is just so good for this deck, it's ridiculous. Sacrifice an artifact. If you do, destroy target artifact or creature. He's kind of expensive, but he's a good card. Shamans. Doubling Parallel, we're not even going to look at. No point. Burgeoning, not going to happen. Whenever an opponent taps a land for mana, tap all lands that player controls. If a creature an opponent controls attacks, all creature that opponents controls attacks if able. Huh. Interesting. City on Fire can convoke it. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage instead. Spiteful Banditry deals X damage to each creature. Whenever one or more creature your opponent's control dies, you create a treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Interesting. We'll do Spiteful Banditry. Because that's a good board wipe. Oxfield. Okay, I gotta refresh Moxfield. There we go. Target player. Yeah, you can get Smaug, which is really good for making a bunch of freaking tokens. I just don't like how we're getting so many expensive cards though right now. Enchant creature an opponent controls. When enchanted creature dies, exile cards equal to its power from the top of its owner's library. You may cast spells from among those cards exiled for as long as it remains exiled. You may spend mana as those were any type to cast those spells. Interesting. Shiny Impetus. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Whenever enchanted creature attacks you, create a treasure token. Okay. Ancient Runes. During each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact he or she controls. Interesting. I like it. I'll slide it in for now. Come on, Moxfield. zeros. Stimulus package, easy include. It's just really good. Agent of the Iron Throne. Commander creatures you have own whenever an artifact or creature you control is put into graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. I don't think it's going to be good for this one. Reign of Riches. Enters, create 2 treasures. First ability cast each turn. That mana from treasure was spent to cast has Cascade. Okay. Reign of Riches. We'll throw that in for now as well. That'd be 5 enchantments. Oh yeah, I gotta add in. I guess I can do basics later. Actually, I'll just do it now. I'll do an even spread. Add in them now, and then I can just modify them later. Switch printing. Common. Switch printing. Select the lists. Forests. Where's the mountain? There it is. Switch printing. The lists. Awesome. So we're gonna add 7 of each of these to start. So that brings up to 36 lands, so we'll add in another 2 of each. And that will give us a good baseline. 42 lands, perfect. Good baseline, a lot of... That's 30 cards we don't have to spend money on. We're at 50 right now, and we've only spent $37. So we're doing good. We got quite a bit. Well, Commander's 50 cents, so yeah. Technically, yeah, we have only spent $37. So, which isn't bad. Our Commander has haste. We don't really care about giving it haste with Lightning Greaves. Wayfarer's Bauble. Sacrifices artifact. Search your library for basic land card, but on battle tapped. Glittering Stockpile. Add red, put a stash counter on it. Sacrifice Glittering Stockpile. Add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of stash counters on it. Okay, pay 1, strike 1, put a landmark counter on it. Okay, grinding station, sacrifice an artifact. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Whenever that comes into play, you may untap grinding station. The heck? Okay, that's pretty freaking awesome. We're gonna do a Wayfarer's Bauble, though. So I just want to make sure we get the lands we want, and we'll do a treasure map. Treasure map. Here we go, because it makes treasures when it transforms, which is awesome. Non-artifact spells you have improvise. Your artifacts can help cast those spells. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities. Pays for 1. Interesting. Illusionist Bracers. Ah, that's $5. It's fine. We'll do it. Illusionist Bracers for sure. I can already see how that's going to be awesome. Whenever another artifact is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, Magnetic Mind deals 2 damage to that artifact's controller. Okay. Great treasure token. I'll do... Time pick would be really good. Wintermoon. Players can't untap more than 1 non-basic land during their untap steps. I don't think that's going to do very much. Draw a card, activate only if you've created a token this turn. That will trigger a lot. Idol of Oblivion. Already up to 7 treasures, though. Roll a d4, create number of tokens for the result. That player to your right gains control of Buckard's purse. Interesting. Cranial Ram. Plus X plus 1, where X is the number of artifacts control. Interesting. Okay, let's go up to high synergy cards and go down. So, yeah, Viridian Reveal for sure. Viridian Revel, I should say. Absolutely. That will be a bit expensive, but these cards are going to do really good pretty much no matter how the deck is built. Deer's Nightblade. Come on, Moxfield. Search that up. Yeah, Moxfield is being special right now. Nightblade. A big score, absolutely. Dispute. Do we really want a deadly dispute? No, well, we can sacrifice an artifact, which would be really good. We can sack a treasure. Marching. Whenever it attacks, each player gets treasure. Yeah, that would be great. Duo drone. Marching duo drone. Boom. Fenrin Marauder. When a player casts their first spell each turn, they create treasure. Whenever an opponent controls is put into a graveyard this turn from the battlefield, it deals 1 damage. Yes. Whenever an opponent sacrifices an artifact, does 2 damage to them. Yes. We'll want to be dealing damage when they sack treasures. Blood Money would be great. And it's a board wipe, which we will definitely want. When our player sacrifices permanent, man deal will do is 1 damage to them. That would be great. Alright, well, let's pop in and see how Keith is doing. Hello there. Oh, he seems to be muted. We'll see if he unmutes here soon. Anyways, let's just continue. Okay, so our spread is looking decent as of right now. Price is up to 58, so we can actually start adding in some big cards if we want. Our player attacks one of your opponents, that player, yeah, that won't do anything in this. Chaos Warp? Yeah, we should do Chaos Warp. Buff this when it dies deals. Yes. Yes. So currently the timer is at 38 minutes left, so we are making great progress as of right now. Yeah, 38 minutes right there, bang. And we already got most of our deck made. 67 cards. Of course, we're probably going to be swapping out a lot once the timer gets down. As of right now, it's not really... Don't really need to swap anything out. Bootlegger's stash, eh? That'd be great. Is it great in this deck, though? This is whenever an opponent sacks... Whenever a player suffers permanent mayhem... Oh! Hold up. I didn't think of that. Okay. So yes, we are going to want Bootlegger's stash. Mirkwood Bats. Whenever you create your sacrifice token, each opponent loses 1 life. Yes. Because that's how we want to win. Whenever we... I don't think Tireless Prisoner is going to work too well. But that is mainly because of the fact that it's landfall, and we're not going to be making a whole lot of land drops every turn. But it could be a nice... But I guess it would be an easy way to try and guarantee that we make our land... Like, an easy way to guarantee we make a treasure every turn. No worries, really. It would be an easy way to do that. So, well, we'll put that on hold, actually, for now. We'll put it on hold. It's not necessarily needed to make sure we get that in. Whenever you sacrifice an artifact, put a +1/+1 counter on this and add a red. Making it buffed. Yeah, let's probably do that one. Because that's mainly how we're probably going to be getting big creatures to be able to defend other things. That's probably our only way. Ceridian Avenger. First strike, trample. Whenever it's attack, it gets +X+0 until turn where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control. So that would be another way to capitalize if they end up not wanting to sack their artifacts. This will get super big. Switches Fame or Fortune. For each player who chooses Fame, gain control of a creature that player controls until end of turn. Untap those creatures, they gain haste until end of turn. For each player who chooses Fortune, you draw a card and create a treasure. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, we're gonna splurge. We're gonna splurge on these guys. Vorinclex and Bolas of Citadel, we're gonna splurge on them. We're getting them. Because those are going to do so much work. So much work. They are game changers, but... And they do cost quite a bit. This is going to be eating into our prize pool. And Cavern Horde Dragon? What was the red Ancient Dragon? Copper? Ancient Copper Dragon, I think is what it was called. The Ancient Copper Dragon? Copper... Yeah, okay. What? I guess, actually, we are not going to be able to do Ancient Copper Dragon. That's a bit too expensive. We're up to $87 already. So we're about to... I mean, we're almost in the threshold we need to be, which is $100 to $150. But we don't have... Cavern Horde Dragon would probably be good. What was the other one? The green one. It might be in this list, actually. Was it Old Gnawbone? It might have been Old Gnawbone. Yeah, it was Old Gnawbone. Whatever. But that's $80. That's not going to fit either. Okay. Whenever Captain Larny Storm attacks, create a treasure token. Whenever you sacrifice a treasure, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. That'd be great. The Ancient Copper. Yeah, way too much. Core Vault, actually. Core Vault could be pretty good. Because he can enter, we just sack a treasure, who cares? And when he attacks, we sack a treasure. And then when we sack treasures, we deal damage or do other stuff. That's probably going to be pretty good. And when Imiskar Iron Eater enters the battlefield, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is half the number of artifacts you control rounded down. Interesting. Krenko is not going to work, I don't think, because we're not really doing a goblin deck per se. Goldvein Hydra, though, I mean, Goldvein could actually be really, really good. Gluttonous Hellkite. Whenever you cast a spell, each player sacrifices X creature. Gluttonous Hellkite enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters for each creature sacrificed this way. Has flying and trample. So that could also work as a board wipe because we have a bunch of treasures on the field. We have a bunch of lands. We tap out. We do a bunch of stuff, and X could easily equal 8, I would say, easily, if we have a lot of treasures. And then it's basically just a board wipe, and we have a 23/23, essentially. And it's super cheap. It is super, super cheap. But I don't think we really need a lot more cheaps. You know, we'll put it in there. It's another board wipe for the deck, at worst. Well, it affects us too, because we have to, because this is, it's on cast. It's on cast. So we could end up sacking our own creatures, but most likely this would be a retaliatory play. This wouldn't be, yeah, because if we're board wiping because we're in a bad spot. Okay, so we're going to add that in. I think that's a really weird, wacky, good play to have in. Gluttonous Hellkite. Plus, I've never really seen it played anyways, so I kind of just want to see it played. Whenever Emissary of Despair deals combat damage to a player, that player loses 1 life for each artifact he or she controls. I don't think that's going to hit anything, though, because we're not running any artifacts right now that gives things unblockable. So we're not going to really be able to get that to trigger on much of anything that I can kind of think we're going to have a trigger on. Because, like, it might hit, but most likely it's not going to hit. That's the thing. It's most likely not going to hit. So, yeah, I think Goldvein would be... It's $15, but we can afford it. We can put it in. We can put a Goldvein in. Because they're going to be heavily incentivized to not kill the Hydra. And let's say we sack Hydras to play the big... We sack treasures to play the big Hydra. Then we're pinging them for each treasure that gets sacked. So that'll just be able to do a lot of damage. Decadent Dragon. Exile 2 cards of target opponent's library face down. You may look and play those cards for as long as they mean exiled. Which is actually really good if we have treasures. So we can tap for mana for anything we need for those cards. Whenever attacks, create a treasure as well. It's a 4/4 fly and trample. But Shambling Suit's power is equal to the number of artifacts and or enchantments you control. Which is going to be a bunch, hopefully. I don't know if we need that card, though. Number of artifacts the opponent has in play. Enters Teething Wormlet. Has Death Touch as long as you control 3 or more artifacts. Whenever artifact enters battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Teething Wormlet. Okay. So he's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. Like that's just what's gonna happen. It's just literally just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. Unexpected Windfall. Discard a card, draw 2, create 2 treasures. That's just really good for this deck. Yeah, we'll do Unexpected Windfall. I think I'm gonna have. I mean, I could swing for Heroic Intervention. Heroic Intervention would be really, really good. Because if we want to, well, if they do a board wipe, we'd be able to have Heroic Intervention to stop it. We'll do Unexpected Windfall for now. It's really good, and it is $3. I don't want to do too much expensive cards because I really want to just get some bangers. For each token you control, create a token that's a copy of that permanent. Absolutely. Second Harvest, you're it. Harvest. That'd be great. It's a token doubler that doesn't cost $50 like doubling season. So I think that's actually a great one. Choose target opponent. You create X 3/3 green beast creature tokens, where X is the number of artifacts they control. Okay, we'll do that one too. That will probably overrun them as well, because we're gonna be giving them treasures, and they can't say no to the treasures, so that'll be fine. X or less from your hand without paying its mana costs.
Hey, are you checking in on me there? Oh, sorry. I got streamer mode on.
Costly plunder. Yeah, we just sack our own artifact to draw 2.
I don't think he's listening to me, chat.
Okay.
Chat, he ain't listening. He can't hear me. I'm turned down. Me about
Brass Bounty. Free sign you control create treasure token? That's expensive.
See, guys, he can't even hear me right now.
But that's also really good, because if we just sack treasures to play Brass Bounty, then sack more treasures to do more stuff, we have Mayhem Devil, that's easily 14 damage, potentially, right there, 14. And that's actually like a game ender.
Hello?
We need.
Can you hear me?
I want to put in more cards that trigger.
He can't hear me.
Trigger making treasure tokens, or trigger off tokens leaving. Target player draws X cards and loses X life, or X is the number of artifacts I control. Ah, that is good. That is good. Reckless Endeavor would be funny. Seize the spoils. Salmoniate. Sure, artifacts you don't control. I don't really want to destroy their artifacts. I mean, I might just do Torment of Hailfire and Intimidate. We do have the... Well, no, that's not... We'll come back to that. That's a maybe. That's a maybe. That would be really, really funny, though. We need more creatures, because our creatures currently is just a small 13. Just a heads up. We are at the 25-minute mark, so we only have 25 minutes left to work with as of right now. So, yeah, we need to work on creatures. So whenever I put in graveyard, I think I already have Disciple. Or I don't have Disciple. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have it. We're gonna add in Disciple of the Vault. That'll give us triggers of artifacts. Awesome. Cavern Horde Dragon, though. Cavern Horde Dragon can get out of hand so fast, though. It has haste. 20.99. I mean, we're already up to 109. That would skyrocket us up to 29, and we'd have to budget for a lot of other cards. We'll go back to that one. Consider great treasure. Other creatures you control in a battle with additional +1/+1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. We can... is Callion going to be great for us, though? Whenever player sacrifices another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I like that. Mazarek, the Cruel Death Priest. Because it's each creature, so all of our creatures are going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so we'll do that one. That's not as expensive. I'm going to do Callion. It's nice, it's cheap, it's not too expensive. And it's a good card. It's a good card. Zorn and Academy Manufacturer are just include. I don't care about the price. They're expensive, but they will just make the deck go to another level if we have them on the field. Plus, they're remove on site, so they are going to be used. They're going to have to use their interaction on those 2 cards. So those are our combo pieces. Gold Span. Tax target of a spell. Create a treasure. Treasure tokens you control have tap. Sacrifice for 2 mana of any color. Well, of any one color. That would be a really good combo piece. Whenever you commit a crime, create a tap treasure token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Sacrifice 3 treasures, create 4 4s. Okay. Magda might be good to put in, I would think. Treasure from opponent's graveyard. That was put there from the battlefield this turn. Then create an X treasure tokens where X is the exiled card's power. Yeah, we'll do. We have to get that card into the graveyard. That'd be a great card to consider, though. Whenever one more artifacts in a battlefield under control, this deals that much damage to each opponent. That's another thing we want. Ingenious. I gotta type it in. That would probably help if I was typing. Ingenious Artillerist. Gallic Readers. That's another classic. That will just work. Mainly because it's getting us treasures. That's the main thing. Okay, so we are up to 130. 87 cards, 130. Okay. Control all artifacts that player controls. If any of your upkeep, if you control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. We'll do Reckless Fireweaver. That's a great one. This is going to be very burny, I guess you could say. It's going to be very burn. We're going to be burning our opponents for treasures they have and treasures we make. We're going to be burning them. Target opponent is life equal to Marionette's Master's power. I like it. Marionette Master, you're in. Marunaut. Trample. Whenever Marunaut enters the battlefield with mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, create a treasure token for each mana from a treasure spent to cast it. So if you just tap 8 treasures, deal 8 damage, you know, play them, you get 8 treasures back that you can then sack for more damage. Because they don't enter tapped. Marunaut is absolutely in. Absolutely. Okay. Evolution Witness. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Evolution Witness, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. So 3 mana, put a 2/1 on the field, and whenever you pay 2 to adapt to, you can put a counter on it and return a great. Well, that won't really work too well because I don't see us getting rid of those counters really anytime soon, I would say. Professional Facebreaker would be so good, though, too. Okay, so we're up to 23 creatures. It's not bad, not bad. We're getting a little low on money, though, so I feel like we gotta keep budgeting. We'll do Decadent Dragon. It's not super expensive, and we don't have much budget left. I gotta refresh mocks. Alright. Decadent Dragon. Moxfield is not working. Okay, there we go. Decadent Dragon, expensive taste. Cool. Whenever artifact is battled, under control of the top card of your library, if it's a land card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it into your graveyard. Okay. Even with another artifact control, so Fathom Fleet Swordjack is going to be so good to just bomb them with the damage. said gleet. Fleet is the word, Jack. Okay, do we ever put the teething
Earth to
wormlet?
Blake. Can you hear me?
Teething wormlet. I don't think we did.
he
Yeah, we'll
can't
put
hear me.
teething wormlet.
Am I coming through on stream and he's just ignoring me? Is that what's happening right now? Is he ignoring me? I very much feel like he's ignoring me. Regardless.
Right,
Anyway.
140 basically.
He's totally ignoring me.
Rapacious Dragon, you're in. You're cheap. And you make treasures. Mainly because you make treasures. Do we have Hedron Detonator? Because whenever an artifact control enters under control, deals 1 damage to opponent. Hedron Detonator. I don't think we have Hedron Detonator in yet. We'll have him in too. That's sure. Hedron Detonator should be pretty good. Pretty dang good. Mox Field? Okay, there we go. $3 though. We're up to 141. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to add in Heroic Intervention. It's just, it's not in the cards and it's not going to work. Gold Rush, 35 cents. You got it. Gold Rush, absolutely. Okay. So we definitely need some removal. Terminate would be pretty good. Sacrifice an artifact or discard a card, draw 2. We could put in some card draws. Demand answers, costly plunder. Price fight. I don't think price fight will be too good. So we're not going to really have big creatures in general, really, most of the time. I would say, or I just don't know. Do we have enough? Okay, so we got to go through our deck real quick. We have we're at 96, $141. We have 15 minutes left on the clock. I think we need to just go right back through our deck and make sure our deck is set up in a good way. Because I am worried that we might be missing some stuff or not have enough of things, and then, you know, oops, we can't really get it going. Okay, so we have Academy Manufacturer that makes us tokens. Sacrifice an artifact, okay. Treasure Token Enabler, Damager, we may gain life. Okay. So, token makers. 1, 2, potentially. Gallagreators 3, easy 3 for Gallagreators. Fluminous Hellkite, that's 4, but it would probably kill a lot of our own stuff. So actually I won't count Fluminous Hellkite because it's not going to turn on our other engines. We have Gold Vein Hydra, that's good, that's 4. Because it's gonna be great and not gonna impact all our other stuff. We have Hedron to deal damage. Genius will enter. Or one more artifacts enter. It deals damage. Yep, another damager. Okay. All right, so that's 5. Kellyan. Marching Dendrodome. That's 6. Okay. Mario, that could be a 7. That could be a 7. Because it uses artifacts we have and makes more artifacts. So that's 7 so far. I think we just need to... Yeah, I think we just need to make... That's 8 there. 9. So we got 9 artifact makers. Why is Vorinclex the special art? Oh no.
Blake, can you hear me?
Well, that's $9. If we select this, what is that? That gets rid of it.
He still can't
Okay,
handle.
so Vorinclex. Okay, switch printing. I guess we got the $9 one. Okay,
This
yeah,
guy,
so we
he
hit it for
doesn't pay
$9, but he's
attention,
using 5
chat.
X yen. We'll change that later. Okay, we'll change that to. We technically got him for in price, technically, so that's fine.
This guy ain't listening. Can you guys hear him?
Okay, so we need to have more things that make. Make
Wait, what did that bot say?
So we'll do seize the spoils.
Oh, cheap viewers. Get out of here with that.
That'll make us treasures.
And Temp, he's been doing some work on YouTube, but he still hasn't made our
treasures.
fucking Terraria video,
Vandal
but
Blast.
we'll get there.
Do we have? Yeah, we have budget for Vandal Blast. Vandal Blast. Well, we don't really want to destroy their artifacts. We really don't. That's kind of bad if we destroy their artifacts. Discover 10. If the discovered card's mana value is less than 10, create a number of tapped treasure tokens equal to the difference. Yeah, we'll do hit the mother load. That will... It's not supposed to hit a big card. It's mainly just going to be make a bunch of treasures and sack the treasures to do a bunch of damage. So it's not going to be there to make a bunch of big cards come in for super cheap. Okay. Pitiless Carnage would be great, actually, to get card draw instead of mana for our artifacts. But I don't think... We just need more artifact generation, though. That's the problem. Proliferate. Choose any number of permanents and or players and give another counter. That's not going to be too great. Spiteful reposition deals damage. Each opponent controls more lands than you, equal to the difference. Then create a number of treasure tokens equal to the damage dealt this way. Crack open. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Create a treasure token. Crackle with power. That could be... Well, I don't think we would want Crackle with power. We'd rather have Sandwind Bond, I would think, instead of Crackle with power. Battlefield. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Opponent loses controls. You lose life with the mana value. We'll do Decimate. That's a great removal spell. I don't think we have enough removal spells. Decimate. Mox Field is being difficult. Okay, it doesn't want to... If I get rid of the Mox Field? Okay, Mox Field is not letting me add in Decimate. I don't think I have Cranial Ram yet, and that is a really good card. I kind of put it on the sideline. Yeah, I want to add in Cranial Ram. Cranial Ram will go crazy. That could easily help win the game as well. Will Moxfield look at it? What is Moxfield doing?
I don't know. One day he'll hear me. It ain't right now, though, I'll tell you that much. It is not now.
Yeah, Scryfall
that's all I know.
It's not letting me search up my last two cards.
I can't just open up tabletop. What? No.
Oh, hello there. Oh, hold up.
Hey, I've been talking to you for like, I don't even know how long, dude.
I think this whole time my headset's been dead if you've been talking to me.
Yes, I have. We just saw your own little world there. I've been like, hello, I'm done, by the way.
Oh, you're done? Yeah, no, my headset's been off this whole time. It died. It's just been dead this whole time. I don't know how long you've been there, but I didn't know you were there.
Chat, remove his foreskin.
Whoa now. Hang on. How long have you been yelling at me? 20 minutes?
I have popped in here on 3 different occasions. 3 different occasions. I can mark them on my stream.
I didn't realize
And you
my
have
headset.
not said a thing.
I didn't realize my headset just died.
You haven't said a thing, dude.
I haven't been ignoring you, okay?
Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. You just didn't know it.
You can't prove it. You can't prove it. I'm gonna see you
I
prove
very-
it, okay?
You know what? Hey, Tim, can you get those time markers for me that I asked you for? No. Yeah, no, yeah, you know, this was actually a really fun build. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah?
I have enjoyed it so far.
So, I already have my deck built, too. It's just not letting me add in the last 2 cards I want. Moxfield is just not
Temp
letting
says
me.
got it.
No, you're... Delete the footage.
No. I mean, okay, I haven't given him the editor role, but I mean, he could if he wanted to.
Delete it? The footage got corrupted, right? That's what happened, right?
No, because like I said, I've popped in here a couple times just to see how you're doing. Right? I saw you were undeaf, and I was like, okay, you know, I can pop in and see how he's doing. And you're just, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun building this commander that you gave me to build. It's been a lot of fun.
Uh-huh. So is this one, actually. So is this one.
Yeah?
I'm kind of surprised.
I'm worried for that commander. I don't know how to play that commander.
You should be. You should be. You put the power in my hands, and I'm gonna send it at your face.
Yeah?
That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
If it says anything, Architect puts it at a 4.
Oh, there we go. A 4?
There's no game changers either.
You're kidding.
And and I'm at what did it say? 138.38 on price.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still trying to sit here and get my last card in. I'm waiting for Moxfield to be like, oh yeah, that's a card. Here you go.
You know what? Totally fair. Like I said, I've got this built. Now this is well, you know what? You'll see. How about that? You'll see.
I'll see.
Yeah, you'll see.
Don't tell me because we're just gonna be surprised. I know.
Yeah. So, are we playing are we sending the decks to each other, or are we playing these off?
Oh, you're giving
what
me
we
back the deck you built, and I'm giving you the deck I built.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So we don't know what's in the decks while we play them. Okay, I can't.
Yeah.
It's not letting me add this one in, so I'm gonna try and add in a different one.
Okay, I was pretty sure I put this on private, and somehow 24 people had viewed it.
Really? You're getting rated right now.
Listen, maybe. Yeah, unlisted. The deck is viewable with a direct link, but not shown in lists. So I don't know how people are. It has 24. Oh, it might be my refreshes actually.
Oh my gosh, Moxfield.
So-
I just need one card, Moxfield. I just need one freaking card.
Yeah, so I think you might be kind of impressed with what I've built.
Oh, there it
But
is.
I'm gonna say
Got it.
this was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this. I'm glad we're doing this.
Yeah, a lot of fun on my part. All right, so I got all my cards added in. Do you want to just jump to tabletop? And
I already have it loaded up. What are you talking about?
well, geez. Okay, I guess I'll get on with it and get going.
Get on. Hey. Okay, I'm gonna download that.
Let's get this out of the way.
I named it Eluge WTF.
I just named mine Vazzy.
So that was before I built the deck. That was before I built the deck.
Oh, I gotta black out my
And-
screen so my viewers don't see. Sorry, guys.
Can you believe this guy?
I can't let them see the password. It's top secret, okay? Top secret.
Top secret, as I'm watching your stream right now, Omega lol. Listen, you need viewers, okay? I'm putting it up, all right? I'm putting it up. So
Yeah.
I did I did load it up because I'm like, okay, can he even hear me right now?
You don't hear yourself talking, did you?
Yes. Because I'm sitting there, I'm like, why is Blake not saying anything? Hello? And finally, I get a hold of this guy.
So actually, it's all been a part of my plan. This whole time I've been pranking you. This whole time, all right. My headset's never been turned off. Okay, you just never realized.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a tough password. Anyway.
Hey, that password is hard to crack. Okay.
Can't link the password links. Okay, yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. No one ever is gonna crack that passcode. I hope you know that. It's a hard passcode to crack.
Oh, I definitely showed it on stream.
What?
Definitely. You know, are you sure you should be sitting in the blue chair? You're the one playing mono blue.
You know, that's a good shout. I'll sit in the blue chair.
Chat. Okay, notebook. I didn't copy it. I shouted you out. I hope that's all right.
I forgot
probably
to
open up the file.
tell you, one of your cards is in Phyrexian because it was the only way I could afford the card.
I also did the cheap copies because otherwise this thing would have been
Why did it
expensive.
Okay, hold up.
That's okay. I don't like the way that actually exported. One sec. Hold on.
Yeah, one of my cards
I needed
export.
basic. That sounds about right. Export deck. Let's just say it's no section header. Download. Okay, that one's a bit better.
Maybe it'll work that time.
There we go. Okay.
So yeah, this deck I have for you total up to 145.
Okay, so we're like within $10 of each other.
Yes, it's
nice.
actually it is. Well, that's how it's supposed to be with the rules. Don't look at why there's a stack of 38 tokens for you. You'll figure it out.
Okay, fair enough. Deck import failed. Are you kidding me? What? You're gonna giggle. Okay, why is it? I'm in white. Why is this? Can I just load it from? It's like maybe. Will it take Architect? Deck not found. Oh, because I don't have it as public. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, one sec.
MTG deck builder? Deck sandbox?
Okay, I'm just going to look at these and see what the hell they are. I think they're just tokens. Yeah, they're just tokens. Okay, yeah, those are just tokens. Oh, goddamn. I haven't played in this mode. Here's your tokens. Here's your deck.
Do you want to search my commander out of there? Oh, you already did. You're on top
of
your game, man.
Man, listen. I'm on this shit, all right? Okay. Let me get a good viewing angle for stream here. Okay.
So just a quick question. Where does it tell you what bracket you are on Architect?
So when I'm looking at it, it goes estimated commander bracket optimized on 4.
Where would that be located, though?
So if you're looking at it, you're going to see like your deck size, your format, you're going to check legality, your deck cost, salt sum, and then your estimated commander bracket. You want me to pull it up on my stream for you real quick?
I might just be blind.
Let me look at yours real quick. Let me look at yours. What are you looking at?
Deck stats.
Yeah, I tell you what. Here, let me. I don't want to show too much of the deck, so I'm just gonna zoom in like mad. And check out my stream real quick. Oh, game capture is over. That's right.
Focused, full deck.
So when you're looking, shows right here.
I don't have your stream pulled up. Let me hold on. Let me one moment.
This feels like a very one-sided relationship, by the way. I just want to put that out there. It's feeling very one-sided.
Okay, it's not
Feeling
one-sided.
it's feeling very one-sided right now. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so at the top. All right, where is it on your stream, Keith? I'm on your stream. Oh, right there.
Yep.
Yeah, on mine it's not even there. It's mine is unbracketable. It's so good. Okay, that's how good it is.
So, what site was I using when I was using Moxfield? It was telling me that it couldn't accurately assess. So that's when I moved over to Architect. Thank you, Professor, for pointing that out, by the way. But yeah, so that's where it shows it.
Okay.
Smile.
Interesting. Interesting. Well,
Yes, yes.
on Moxfield it says mine is bracket 3. So hopefully they're even enough.
If it says literally anything, when I started making it, a couple of the cards that I saw, I was like, actually that would be kind of fun and go with this commander, right?
Yeah.
And then it just kind of went off the rails from there. So.
All right. All right.
Okay, how do you shuffle again? I don't remember the shortcut.
Okay, so it's R.
Oh, it's R. Okay, got it.
Well, we got to roll off to see who goes first.
Wait, does this have the cannon? Yeah, we have to cannon this, man.
Okay,
Come on.
for cannon.
Cannon it. Cannon it. Hell yeah, brother.
Fire.
What do we
I got a 15.
All right.
You gotta beat a 15.
Fire. 16. Come on, 16. Oh my God, 15.
I guess we gotta re-roll.
I guess roll off, baby. Let's do this.
Come on, cannon. Come on. 14. 14.
All right. We got to give the viewers what they want. Boom.
Are you kidding?
Shit.
What the heck? Okay. Are you going first or second?
You know what? I'm gonna take second. I'm feeling second.
GG's. I won. GG's.
Also, turn off my stream.
Oh, I'm already off. Don't worry.
All right, cool.
I'm no cheating here. All right, no cheating.
Hey, I know this card.
Huh. I'm afraid my hand is too. I mean, if we mulligan, you need to go down to 6. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah.
And if I'm going first, yikes. You know what? I think I believe in top decks.
He believes in top decks. All right, well, you've got the first run, sir. Go on ahead.
All right, I'm going to play an island and pass to you.
I had a feeling you'd do just that. All right. What's the shortcut for... Oh, yeah, we had the thing. Untap,
Yep.
upkeep, draw. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and play this Savage Lands. Comes in tap. Thanks for the Triome, and pass turn to you.
No worries. I spent a lot of money on trial lands to make sure you hit your lands.
Hey, you know what the best part is? I didn't have to put Triomes in a mono blue deck.
Yep, you saved
Crazy.
a lot of money there, man. I pass.
I did. Untap, upkeep, draw. Ooh. You know... Go ahead and put down a Swamperooski. And we'll go ahead and tap both of these, and I'll go ahead and play the Idol of Oblivion. I can't make anything right now, so I pass turn to you.
Okay. Tap draw. Oh boy, I shuffled, right? I tapped 3 for a Retreat to Coral Helm. It has landfall, so it allows me to tap or untap target creature, and I can scribe 1 if I choose to do that. I can choose either or, and then I'll pass back to you.
Yes, sir. All right, well, untap, upkeep, draw. Trust me, I know what that card does. I looked at it and went,
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I am worried about that Idol of Oblivion you have there for no reason. No reason in particular.
It was mostly so I can draw cards, honestly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and tap for 3 here. I'm going to play the Academy Manufacturer. If I would create a clue, food, or treasure, I get 1 of each.
Gold.
I pass the turn to you.
Untap, draw. I'll play
Trust in the process.
Islands.
Commander comes out. Eh?
I think I should play Commander, but I don't know if I.
The fuck is this? This is magic, son. This is
I don't
magic.
know if I should play my Commander. But I do have a trigger. I'm going to scry 1.
All right.
I'll search the top 1. I'm going to bottom that. I don't want that. Okay, I'm glad I did that. Gulp? Pass.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna tap out. God damn it. Not the idle. There we go. I just want the lands, game. I just want the lands. So I can get something on the field. I'm gonna go with Gold Vein Hydra.
No need to
So it's only gonna end.
Counter.
All right. Sounds good. And I haven't created a token. Yeah, I can't do anything, so I'll pass turn. Bottom text. Fair enough.
Tap draw. I'll play an island. Scry 1. Okay. Bottom that. I don't care about that.
It's another island chat.
Dude, I've top decked 3 islands in a row. Okay. I'm gonna tap 3 for a midnight clock. So I can tap for mana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then I'm gonna tap 2 for an avian courier, so I can, you know, put more counters on my stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I keep countering, and I'll pass back to you.
I have absolutely no idea what's going on. So we built each other decks. Is what we did.
Yes.
I have no idea what's in this that I'm playing. He has no idea what's in his. It's fun. Untap has happened. I have no upkeep triggers. I will draw. Actually, yeah. No, I'm gonna save that because I know that deck. I know that deck. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tap for 3 here. God, I'm clicking a dragon. I'm gonna tap for 3, and I'm going to play the enchantment Ancient Runes. During each player's upkeep, Ancient Runes deals 1 damage to that player for each artifact he or she controls.
Currently, I'm at
So
1.
for me, that'll be 2. Yes.
But you get what you're trying to do now, right?
Oh yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I got the idea. Anywho, I will pass turn to you.
I will untap, upkeep. I will add an hour counter to my clock, and I will take 1 damage.
Yes, sir.
And then I will.
We're Jundin over here.
Play an island. Okay, I think it's time to play my commander.
Yep, it was in as a 6/6.
Yep, it's a 6/6. Okay, I'll just use a dice.
How does Keith win in this battle in Magic the Gathering? I don't know. We'll have to see what Cormit says.
When it enters or attacks, it can put a flood counter on target land. It's an island in addition to its other types for as long as it's a flood counter on it. So I'm just going to use the blue mana counter as a flood counter.
That seems apt to me.
And the first instant sorcery spell I cast each turn costs a blue or 1 less for each land I control with a flood counter.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If he beats me, technically I win because I made the deck. And vice versa, by the way.
So I'm going to tap 3 using my clock to play Whisper Silk Cloak. Equipped creature can't be blocked and has Shroud.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I'm just going to let that sit there for now because I'm out of mana. But I will attack you with my Avian Courier for 1 damage.
So I will go ahead and take 1 damage.
And that counter I am proliferating essentially with the Courier is the Midnight Clock counter. And then I will pass.
All right. So I got Cormit yelling at me. Cormit says to slay you, so I will do my best. Untap, upkeep, draw.
Well, I'm sorry to be letting down people's
I will take
dreams.
2 damage. Due to Ancient Runes. Let's see here. Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I know what that deck does. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to play this Bajuka Bug, and I'm going to exile your Archmage's Charm. Smile.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and tap the Twisted Landscape in a swamp, so I have a black. I'm going to play Deadly Dispute. Uh, I'm going to sacrifice. Let's see here. This Idol of Oblivion. I'm going to sacrifice that as the additional cost so I can draw 2 cards and create a treasure token.
Okay.
So this will go away. I'll draw 2. 1, 2. And then create 2 treasure tokens, which I should have.
Should have a lot of them in that
Yeah.
pile.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot. Okay, what was the button for flip? There we go. F.
Yep.
Anyway, so I have 2 of those. I need a dice.
Well, you draw 2, create 1 treasure, and then a caddy manufacturer makes you a clue,
Yep.
a food, and a treasure.
Uh-huh.
So you also get a clue and a food token. So you also...
Yes, I do. It's hilarious. Clue. And a food. There we go. I'll organize these here. So Deadly Dispute has resolved. Put that in the graveyard. Organize this shite a little bit. Pick that up and there we go. All right, so actually, since he's a creature, I'll put him up in the front line. That way I have a better idea. Let's see. I only have 1 mana remaining, and you know, I don't really have anything else I can do this turn, so I'll pass turn to you.
Alrighty. I will untap a Rue, and then I will lose 2 life. Okay. And then I will draw.
Oh yeah!
Turn. I will play an island for turn. That will allow me to scribe 1 off the retreat.
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for him to get one of those cards and be like, "Oh my god, you put this in there." That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm gonna keep that on top. That seems pretty good. Okay, so my commander's at 7.
Correct.
So, how about I just swing at you for, I think it'd be 8 damage?
Yeah. I noticed you didn't equip the Whisper Silk Cloak.
That's fine. You can block.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the 8, so I'll take the commander damage as 7
Okay.
and go down to 29.
Right. And my...
Listen, I know what's in that deck.
It's gonna go up to 5. I'm gonna tap 4 for Thran Dynamo. Yeah. Do I care about... You know what? I pass. Your turn. Go ahead.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing here, so
I don't.
All right, we're gonna
I
go ahead and draw.
don't. I'm just
That's
here.
that's the funniest part. All right, see, I have 4 artifacts, so I'll take 4 Damaggio. Let's see.
I don't even know if Ancient Runes is really good in that deck. It's looking like it's not. It's looking like
No, it's really not.
It's looking
Like, if we're being completely honest here,
it's done so much damage to you. It's done so...
yeah, wasn't a great thing, but let's see. I need to figure out how to play this here. Do I have enough to do that? No, I don't have enough to do that.
You're mana screwed right now.
Yes, I am. I'm not gonna lie.
You know there's 42 lands in that deck, right? There's a lot of lands. There's a lot.
Yeah, and I'm still getting fucked. You know what would be a good idea? This is mostly for denial of view right now.
What if I deny that?
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna decimate. I'm gonna destroy a target artifact, creature, target enchantment, and target land.
What are your targets?
I want to get rid of.
You could destroy your
I mean, you're
ancient
gonna.
runes.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm gonna destroy the ancient runes. Let's see here. You know, I'm gonna let you keep the midnight clock, but I'm gonna get rid of the whisper silk cloak as the artifact. Creature wise, go ahead and hit the illuge the shoreless sea and a target land. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one land that you have a flood counter on.
Okay. In response to that, I'm gonna tap 3 and 3 essentially. So a total of 6. Add 2 more counters onto the midnight clock.
Sounds good.
And then you said it was the Whisper Silk, my commander, and the Flood counterland, right?
Yes, yes, and I will get rid of my ancient runes here. That way I'm not getting constantly fucking pinged by myself.
Yeah, maybe that was a sabotage unexpectedly on my part. But there are cards that put treasures on my side and all that. So I mean,
but the land that I'm currently getting is not great. So I'll go ahead and pass turn to you.
Okay. Untap. So that goes to 9. Draw a card. Well, this card I just got is much worse now that I don't have my commander. So I guess I will just replay my commander. I'll tap my Thran Dynamo and 3 blue to play my commander.
Sounds good.
He's back.
Hooray!
And it is equal to 6.
Correct.
And then I will tap my clock and 3 to play Inresius Vile Duplication to make a copy of my commander. That isn't legendary.
Except it's not legendary. Yep. And it has flying.
Yeah, it has flying. So there's that. I assume that resolves?
Yeah, you're good.
I'll hit you with my courier for 1 to put another counter on my clock.
I'll take the damage. Since I can't block it anyway.
Pass.
Tap up, keep draw. Ah! Another land. I'm very excited about that, by the way. Okay. Get my music back going. I'm going to tap this for red. I'm going to tap these 2 for El Generico. I'm going to summon Ingenious Artillerist. Whenever one or more artifacts enter the battlefield under my control, Ingenious Artillerist deals that much damage to each opponent.
Yes.
yeah. It's always nice. And then I'm going to sack the treasure. I'm just going to drag it over here, and then a swamp. So red for the treasure, and bring in Killane Reclusive Painter. When it enters, I just get that treasure back.
And what happens with all your triggers?
So whenever one or more artifact enters the battlefield under my control, Ingenious does that much damage. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to get another food and another clue. So that's going to be... Hold on, I get 2 treasure... No,
3 tricks. You get 3 damage.
Yeah,
so that's a replacement effect.
Yeah, so that's a replacement effect. So that's going to ping you for 3 Damaggio.
Yep.
Uh-huh, yeah. And then other creatures I control enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on them for each mana from a treasure spent to cast them. So that's cool.
So now you got your engine out.
Finally.
So yeah,
I made a bunch of tokens.
Yep.
So yeah, that's fun. With that being said, I'm not gonna attack in. That's a dumb idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass turn to you.
All right, I will untap, make another counter on my clock. When the 12th hand counter is put on this artifact, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library and draw 7. I'll draw for turn.
Pat, this game is complicated as all get out. There's so many things happening all at once. It's hilarious.
My Thran Dynamo to play Swiftfoot Boots and use the floating mana to equip it on my flying version of my commander.
That seems fair enough, to be honest with you.
and I will go ahead and full swing and let you deal with it. Thank you.
All right, so what do we got? 6, 12. Yeah, so I mean, now does the token copy as a commander for commander damage?
No, the token is not technically my commander, I believe.
Okay. I'm not really set with Kalain Reclusive Painter, so I'll block the commander damage with that, so that'll go away. I have to take the one in the air, so I'll take 7 damage going down to 17.
Alright, and because that happens, the Avian Courier is going to put a 12th counter on my midnight clock, which means it's going to be sacrificed, or it's going to be exiled, and I'm going to shuffle my stuff, and I'm going to draw a new hand.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Alright,
I do know the way.
Oh. Oh.
He's seeing things now.
Oh.
If it says anything, I was worried I was accidentally going to make it a power 5.
I'll play an island, and with retreat, I will untap my flying commander. And yeah, I'll tap 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like it just casually says tapping 6.
I'm choosing my commander, so I get to do both. I'm going to create a token that's a copy of target permanent, except for as a 4/4 dragon creature with flying in addition to its other types. So this other copy that I have of my commander, I don't think I can target that because it's a copy, correct?
Yeah, because it's a target permanent that's a copy. I don't think you can make a copy of a copy.
I don't think so. So I'm just going to copy my Avian Courier.
Copy of a copy, MTG. A clone cannot copy. Yeah, it won't.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get an Avian Courier that is a 4/4 dragon with flying.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 4/4. And I'm going to draw cards equal to the greatest mana value among permanents I control.
So you got 4.
Yeah,
4
so
cards.
I'm going to draw 4 cards. Because I needed more cards. That's what I needed.
Because now you got to discard.
Oh, I got plenty of stuff to discard. Yeah, I guess I'll move to discard and discard a land. There we go. 2 lands discarded. Pass.
Alright, we're going to untap, we're going to upkeep, we're going to draw. Oh my god, I finally got a basic forest. Holy shit. Never thought we'd make it here, boys.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? Yeah, that's probably not going to protect me from my own deck. That's the funniest part. Oh, hold on. Do I have... Nah, I don't have enough. Shit. Actually, you know what? We're going to crack one of these clues. So I can draw a card. I just need 1 card. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just not getting the cards that I need, man. That's what sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 3, most notably 1 for red for Crime Novelist. Whenever I sack an artifact, I get a 1/1 counter and add a red. Admit I don't really have anything else I can do, so I pass turn and accept my fate.
You might lose here.
Yeah, I know. I made it kind of nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, I'm gonna play Reliquary Tower because I want to keep my hand after this turn.
That seems fair enough to me.
So I'm gonna tap 2 for this dude.
Igum, yep.
Yeah, Flurry. I can copy the second spell. I'm gonna tap 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna play Flow of Ideas.
Yep.
Draw a card for each island I control. So I'm gonna copy that. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna draw 14. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I have no response to that.
What monstrosity did you make, Keith?
I told you it was a monster, dude. I told you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna declare attack. So when I attack, I put flood counters on stuff. So I can make my reliquary tower and that have a counter. So they're technically all islands, which means they get buffed mid-attack. And
Yep.
yeah, it's just those two at you. So a total of 16 damage.
Sorry, I'm having my ears blown out by tequila. Well, I can't block the flyer because I don't have a flyer. I am willing to chump the crime novelist for the commander. So we'll do that. So I'll have eight coming my way then.
Yep, 8 damage.
All right, I'll take it. Going down to 9. Oh shit, one more. There we go.
And I'll pass.
Okay, well untap. Well, keep a draw. Yeah, this one's a toughie, man. I can't even do that. My God, I got land screwed so hard it wasn't even funny. We'll have to run it back.
We will run it back. Don't worry.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and tap 6 here, and I'm gonna bring out this Fangren Marauder. Whenever an artifact is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, and he's gonna counter it. Yep.
Okay, anything else?
They would. No, I concede.
Okay,
At instant speed, I scoop.
Alright, let's start it. Let's do another. Okay.
Let's run it back, baby. Let's run it back. I will just go in. Oh. I was hoping they just all stack on the deck, and there you go. Yeah, you didn't even see the fun parts that I made on that deck. That's the funniest part.
Yeah, this deck is mean. This deck is mean.
Yeah, but that's the fun part.
Okay, so I went first last time, so you'll be going first this time. Go ahead and shuffle up and get ready.
I'm in love with a stripper. What the fuck?
You can always
I can't
mulligan.
keep that.
You can always mulligan if it's really bad.
I have to.
Oh
Like-
my gosh.
I have to, man. There's no fucking.
You know what? Since
Okay.
you're mulliganing, I'm gonna mulligan too.
Okay, that's keepable at least. Kind of. I say begrudgingly, by the way. Begrudgingly.
Okay, I want a bottom one.
Maybe zoom in so people can actually read these cards. All right, so
Since you mulliganed, you do have to bottom one.
yeah, and I'm actually perfectly okay with that.
Okay.
I'm gonna bottom this guy here. She did stake my money. So am I going first?
Yes.
All right, cool. Command tower, pass.
Now you're not mana screwed.
You say that.
Draw. I'll play an island and pass.
Untap up, keep draw. Huh. All right, we're gonna go ahead and play this Mountain. Let me separate those out just a little bit there. We're gonna go ahead and tap both of those. I don't know why it keeps accidentally tapping shit in my hand, but tap for treasure map. Or I can scry 1 for 1, tap, put a landmark counter on it, and then enter for 3, transform it, create 3 treasure tokens. I'll pass turn.
Alright, I will untap draw. Oh boy. I'll play an island and pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw.
I mean, this is the best hand I've ever seen.
Is it all islands?
No comment.
You don't have to tell me, but fair, fair. You know what? I'm just going to tap this mountain to put a counter on the treasure map. I'm going to go ahead and scry one. What do we got here? Yeah, I'm going to keep that on top. How do I put it back on top? Is there a button? Oh, yeah. There we go. All right. There we go. But that being said, I will go ahead and tap Command Tower for a green and play Teething Wormlet. Has Death Touch as long as I control 3 or more artifacts. An artifact enters the battlefield under my control, I gain a life. That's the first time this ability is resolved. I get a 1/1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and pass turn.
Untap, draw. Oh no. I pass.
You, out of all the lands I put in the deck, you don't have a land.
No. I don't.
He has a counter spell, and he's going to counter the next thing I do. Draw.
What if I don't? You should play the big spell.
I know this guy. He says it because he wants to see me do something. I'm going to go ahead and tap this mountain to tap the treasure map. Then I'll go ahead and swing at you for 1 Damaggio.
Alright, I'll take 1.
I pass turn.
Untap.
Let's see what he's got going here.
Island.
Oh!
Tap 3 for a Chasm Stalker.
Alright, whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1. Yep, when it dies, create that many tokens. Mm-hmm.
Pass.
Yep. Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. You know, the funniest part is I'm still kind of mana screwed right now. But, you know, I won't be here for long. I'm going to go ahead and tap this to tap the treasure map. And then, let's see, I'll transform it now that it has 3 counters on it. So, let's see, state number 2. Treasure Cove. And now I also get 3 treasures. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish I could have done this one sooner, but you know what? Shit happens.
You do have a trigger.
And so let's see. Yep. Now I have 3 more artifacts. So now my Teething Wormlet has Death Touch. And since it entered, I gain a life. And I get a 1/1 on him. Hooray! So he's a 2/2. Where's our counters at? There we go. Thank you. Alright. Yeah, we can go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and tap that for a red, and then tap that for a El Generico. Bring out Reckless Fireweaver. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control, I deal 1 damage to each opponent.
Yep.
Like I said, I wish I could have done that sooner, but it is what it is. See here. No, I'll save that for later.
I think off Teething Wormlet, I'm pretty sure you gain 3 off those artifacts. Because it just says whenever an artifact enters, and that is 3 artifacts.
Oh yeah, I only get the 1/1 counter.
Yes.
Because, yeah, that only happens once. Okay, yeah, so I'm at 43, which is nice compared to the last time we did this. With that being said, does have Death Toucharoo and a 1/1 counter. So I'll go ahead and send that your way for 2.
I'll take 2.
All right, I'll go ahead and pass turn to you. Zoom in so we can see what you're doing.
Tap, draw.
Turn music up. No.
I get a counter on my Chasm. I'll play an island.
Yes, you do.
Interesting. What should I do? What's the plan? Commander's the plan.
Wow, I never would have guessed that one.
Flood counter. I assume he resolves?
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. And you just have a little 1/3. I have a 2/2. So I guess I'll just pass.
You know what? Seems fair enough to me. I'll untap, upkeep. I have no upkeep triggers at current. And a draw. Alright, we're going to go ahead and play a Mountain. You know what? I kind of like that. I'm going to basically tap out, but I won't be using any treasures in order to do so. And I'm going to play Unexpected Windfall. Additional cost to cast it, I'll discard. But I'll draw 2 cards and create 2 treasure tokens.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of... I don't feel like Mayhem Devil's going to do anything for me, so I'm going to discard that and draw 2.
Oh, you
and create 2 treasure tokens.
The Mayhem Devil?
I did.
Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
Every time you sack your treasures to do stuff, it pings me for damage.
Yeah, I got something else for it. Alright, and so then 2 artifacts just entered. I will go get 2 life, and then put another 1/1 counter on Teething Wormlet. Now he's a 3/3.
I believe deals 2 damage to me.
Yep. Does 2 damage to you. Yes, sir. And you know, I don't know if you'd be willing to sack it, but I'll send Teething Wormlet at you for 3. With Death Touch, of course.
I'll just take 3.
Alright, sounds good. And I'll pass turn. Zoom
Untap.
enhance.
Draw. Add a counter. Interesting. I think I have a plan.
I did put some plans in that deck.
You have a 1/3. So I'm going to keep Skulker back, but I will swing at you with my Shoreless Sea. On attack, I'll make one of my islands flood.
Alright, yeah, I'll take the 4. And I have it as commander as well.
Okay.
Smile. Alright, untap, upkeep. No upkeep trigger, draw. Forest. Hooray! I could do that. I'm going to go ahead and tap these 2 mountains for Arcane Signet. We all know what Arcane Signet does. Come on now. I'm going to tap the Signet and this forest.
Hold up.
Actually, no, not the forest.
Teething Wormlet and your Fireweaver actually trigger off that.
So I'll go up a life, get a counter. What'd it do?
And I do.
Oh, you know, we do things. Would you like to read the card? Smile.
Jeremy, you can screw off, okay?
What, Jeremy? Is Jeremy finally making it to your chat?
Talking trash.
It's really funny because he could have totally been here.
He could have.
Sad. We're going to go ahead and tap this forest and this treasure cove for a generic. I'm going to Gold Rush. Create a treasure token until end of turn. Up to 1 target creature gets +2/+2 for each treasure I control. So we're going to go up to 6.
Hold up.
He tapped my card.
Hold up.
Because he's countering it. He tapped it.
In response, I tap 4, and this spell is discounted by 2 because I control 2 flooded lands. I'm going to play Sublime Epiphany to counter that. And I'm going to.
You want to do anything else with that?
I want to return your Wormlet to your hand.
That seems fair enough to me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this command tower and I'm going to bring back out Teething Wormlet.
That's fine, but it lost its counters.
That's okay. But I control 3 more artifacts, so it still has the death touch.
Sadly.
So, yeah. Anywho, I'll go ahead and pass turn.
Alright, I will untap, draw. What do I even do? I'll play an Islands.
No way.
Mana goes up to 5. It's the first one. Yes, the first one. Well, it's discounted by 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play Flow of Ideas, and I'm going to draw 5. Does that
Okay.
resolve?
Yeah, it resolves.
Oh yeah, my chasm was supposed to be up to +3, +3, and then I
Yeah.
draw 5, and then this goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now it's in a 9.
Yep.
I have 1 untapped mana, which I can't do anything with. But you have a little 1/1 Death Toucher and some other
I do.
shenanigans. You have a lot of life. You have a lot of friggin' life. I'll swing at you with my Chasm Stalker for 9.
I'm gonna block that with Teething Wormlet.
Alright, so when Chasm Stalker dies, I'm gonna create 8 1/1 squids.
Yep.
And
Oh, I know.
A pass.
I know. Alright, he's passing. He's passing. Go ahead and make your squids, please. Draw a card. You put this in here? Good lord. I'll just play the Savage Lands.
I wonder what it was that I placed in there that you're freaking out about.
I'm just surprised you found a cheap enough copy of that. That's what's funny to me. Oh, no. Something else.
Okay.
You built the deck. You should know. You built the deck, bro.
I don't know what you're talking about. Dude, I think your most expensive card in the deck is a land, I think. I'm pretty sure.
I would have to look at the one I gave you. Okay, so we're going to do it's not as funny, but that does help my case, though. Okay, we're going to tap 6 and sack a treasure.
1, 2, 3. I forgot to discard. I'm discarding 2 islands and Tolerant, if you are curious. There you go.
Okay. So I'm tapping 1 treasure for black, Arcane Signet for black, and everything else for El Generico for blood money.
Oh.
Destroy a creatures for each non-token creature destroyed this way. I create a tap treasure token. So I'm only going to get 2.
But my army.
I don't care. I'm not. I'm just going to put a 2 on here. That way we know. So that adds 2. This will destroy. And that will go to graveyard. But you know what you don't have now? 8 squids.
That was my
So
army.
I mean, I don't care. Pass turn.
Untap draw.
You missed the part where I gave a shit. No.
Yeah, I'll play an island. I'm very sad now.
Oh no, what are you gonna do with that essentially 10 mana?
I could do a lot of things with
I got
this
8.
mana.
Yeah, I know you could.
Do you want to know
But what will you do?
Or do you want me to
Yeah, I
want to
see it.
do?
I built the deck. I know what you can do. I just want to see if
High
you do it.
Tide. All my islands tap for 2.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 4 before that. Well, technically 5. So if that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so technically I can tap 1, 2. I have 6. 1 floating blue, Archmage of Runes. Instant sorcerers I cast cost 1 less. Whenever I cast my first instant or sorcery spell, I draw a card. So I have 1 floating blue.
Yep.
So I tap that 2 for 5.
You can slow down your talking. It's okay, buddy. We don't have to go anywhere.
I play Walk of Aeons. I take an extra turn.
Yep. You have to sacrifice 3 lands, though.
Nope, that's buyback.
Oh, yeah. Which I'm sure you'll do.
Nope.
At some point.
I don't care about it. It can go away.
He says that now.
I get to draw a card, though. It might stay there. It might come back from the graveyard without having buyback involved, but it's fine.
Oh, I know. I built it.
I'll untap and
Smile.
go to my next turn. Draw. I'll play an island. And I'm going to recast my commander. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 for my commander. And he is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's at 7. And when he enters, he's going to add a flood counter to this island.
Yep.
And I will pass through.
He passes, untap, upkeep, draw. Mountain. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, we're gonna tap my Triome for a black, this forest, and these mountains for Generico. We're gonna go Mazarek Crawl Death Priest. Flying. Whenever a player sacrifices another permanent, 1/1 counter on each creature I control.
In response. So my thing says my islands that have flood counters are like discount things by blue mana. So 3, 4, and the Archmage makes 5.
Yep.
So I will cast Mystic Confluence, which I can choose 3. I may choose the same mode more than once. So I'm going to try to double counter that. So you must pay 6. And I will draw
That's not worth it. That's not worth it.
So I will end up drawing 2 due to Archmage of Runes.
Yep. Alright, I guess I'll pass turn.
Your deck is very naughty.
I know.
Draw.
I know.
Play.
Honestly, I might buy it. Might buy it.
It's the 8. You know, it might be worth it. These are like super expensive decks. I'll tap.
No, not really.
3 for the Harbinger. So non-basic islands you control are, well, islands.
Or islands. Yep.
So I will then proceed to attack you for 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
I'll take it.
And I will pass.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, and a draw. You know, I actually have yet to cast my commander. I'm just going to do that at least once this game.
Yeah? Counter.
Yeah. See? It's naughty. It's naughty, man. I'm telling you.
I cast that for free because of my commander too. I didn't pay any mana.
I know, isn't it great?
Yes.
Jeremy's like seething over here. He's like, oh my god, there's no way. Let's see here.
Oh boy.
Yelp. It'd be really funny if I tried to recast my commander. 1, 2, 3. Well, I could.
Yeah? Do you think I have another counter spell?
Oh, I'm sure that you do. I built the deck. Instead, let's do this. I'm going to take this down to 1 for 3 black. Tap those and tap this command tower for Bolus's Citadel.
Oh no. I knew exactly what you were casting as soon as you started tapping 3 black.
Yeah.
Okay, go off.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and look at the top card here, because I can, as is my right. I already played a land this turn, didn't I?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Did you?
Pretty sure I did.
Okay.
If
you know you did, you did.
Yeah. Okay,
you got
I'll go ahead and pass turn.
Oh no.
Well, I tried to cast a commander, and you see what happened.
Yeah.
Lol.
I will pay 2 to cycle this island to draw a card.
Sounds good.
I'll play an island. So this goes
Look,
up to
the deck I built is going off. I'm happy.
Yeah, I think you're getting the victory here for best deck.
Uh-huh.
I didn't realize I was a little behind the curve, I guess you could say, on deck building. So I will play Will of Tamir. So I'm going to make a copy of my Archmage. That's a 4/4.
Yep.
And I will draw cards equal to the greatest mana value among permanents I control,
which
is
5 Archmage of Runes. Yep.
And because that's a sorcery off Archmage of Runes, I will draw another card.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
How expensive is a Sapphire Medallion? I play Sapphire.
Sapphire Medallion, $5.49.
Okay, so it's not as expensive as I thought it was.
Yeah, you probably thought that was an expensive ass card, didn't you?
I did. I was like, what?
Wrong.
Okay, so
I mean, you swing in for lethal on commander. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Got him.
See, isn't it fucking crazy?
Yeah, this is ridiculous. Good games.
I know, right?
Congratulations, you built a better deck. Congratulations.
Yeah, you know what? I would have just played a mountain off the top of my deck anyway. No.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So clearly, I threw in some cards that weren't very good at that deck.
I think the thing is, getting it started was the hard part. Meanwhile, with what I built, you can basically just let that shit fly. Oh, that totally threw those cards away. Whoops.
Oh, it's fine.
Eh.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a good deck. I thought it was gonna be cracked.
When I
Yeah.
give you something that literally has the ability to counter like literally anything.
Yeah, I kept countering everything you played.
I know. Yeah, that was kind of the point.
Okay, so your whole goal here, really, you had Brass Bounty, Illusionist Bracers. So if you could just get that Illusionist Bracers on like on a Zorn, this is like
Yeah.
best case scenario, like like.
I saw none of those cards.
And then you just put it on like.
Not a one.
Let's see here. Where is it? It was this guy. Hedron Detonator. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to target opponent. So you have Illusionist Bracers on Zorn or whatever, and it doubles if it isn't a mana ability to copy that ability. So it doubles. So Zorn will double all your tokens, and then it'll be doubled again by Illusionist Bracers. And then when you cast Brass Bounty, you get for each land you control, you create a treasure, and it's just like, you get like.
Yeah. So here's something I put in.
You get like 20.
I don't know if you saw that one before, but I set it down for you on your side.
Stormtide Leviathan? Island Walk? All lands are islands. The creatures without flying or island lock can't attack. Yeah, that's pretty good. I have not seen that card before.
But also, okay, so when I was reading Illuge, right? It says you can put a flood counter on a target land. It's an island in addition. Nowhere does it say I can't put it on an opponent's.
I didn't even think of that.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I saw something you didn't.
See, what I focused on was the third line of text. So I kept putting flood counters on my lands to discount my sorceries. Because if they're on your lands, they're not discounted.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could have just mana screwed you every time without fail.
Yeah. You could have.
This deck is very mean.
I know, dude. Oh, hold on. What was another card I put in here that was just redonk? Oh yeah, Finale of Revelation I put in there.
Oh yeah, was it this card in my hand?
Yeah, probably. I also put in Aqueous Form.
This was my hand at the end, if you wanted to know.
Oh yeah, sure.
2 cards and all lands. 2 cards.
Yep.
But yeah.
See, my whole thing was shutting people down, but there's also a Sphinx of Forgotten Lore in there, so that way when it attacks, you can just buy back something, so you don't even have to like fucking or flashback rather.
Yeah. I mean.
Yeah.
I'm a head on out, but congratulations on building a deck. That was
That's
crazy.
smash shit. Uh-huh.
Yep. And have a good day.
Yeah, you too, man.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have an excellent day. And don't forget to check out Keith the Chief's channel. He is an amazing guy. Show him the support, and have a good one.
You were?
All right.
Cool.